Hello and welcome to the streets of Seattle. It's very late in the UK where I'm commentating from. It's about just gone 5:15, I think, local time here in Seattle. 1:15 here for me in UK. And it's been a very entertaining sprint qualifying for the sprint race tomorrow afternoon. And go through what's happening. Qualifying is now over. Normally we'd go start like midway through the session, but we've joined them just as we're about to finish. And yeah, let's go through. Teo Pourchaire on pole for the sprint tomorrow. He didn't do the last round. He'd only done one round this season. That was the first round at Sepang, and he had to retire unfortunately after a aquaplaning at the final corner. Ended up crashing. Big one it was. It caused the red flag. It wasn't the only incident on track at the time. Red flag was mainly due to conditions. But Teo Pourchaire is on pole for the sprint shootout. I don't know if that comes with a point. I'll have to have a look in the rules, but it might come with a point. I'm not too sure. Of course, Pourchaire 2 weeks ago, he was in Indy for the Seattle Grand Prix. He was meant to be racing it autopolis, but ended up having to replace the released David Maluka. So Zane Maloney came in, and Zane Maloney, it was announced a few weeks ago that, of course, Teo Pourchaire is now doing the remaining IndyCar season, apart from this weekend's Indy 500, which is, I'm assuming, doing by Callum Ilott. So, yeah, Pourchaire for the French, Le Mans, Italian and US Grand Prix, who will be replaced by Zane Maloney again, to get Maloney some more experience for next year when he joins Haas. Yeah, let's go on board Pourchaire for the lap of the Seattle street circuit. It's the first time a street circuit has been used for F1 Fantasy. In the Sauber, their first pole in ages. I'm not too sure when their last pole was, to be honest. But anyway, we go through the final chicane to start the lap from Pourchaire. We go through turn 1 and then towards turn 2 and 3 at the hairpin. You can see a Red Bull coming out on track. That wouldn't help him that much. They're already in P2. This is his first lap, I believe. So yeah, wouldn't be too great of a lap. He goes up the hill. You know, San Francisco, these hills, but up, down, go roller coaster like. I'm surprised the aerodynamics of the car can handle it, to be honest. But anyway, down the hill now, long right-hander hairpin, longer, then a long left-hand. Not really long, that's a straight, then two left-handed. In the middle of two left-handers. Anyway, next straight before a little bit of a downhill for Pourchaire. Of course, the race he's missing. French Grand Prix, he's at Road America. Le Mans Grand Prix was originally meant to be at Super Formula. He's now at Laguna Seca, which I guess is good practice for when F1 goes to Laguna Seca later on this season for the Californian Grand Prix. What else have we got? It's the Italian Grand Prix. He's at St. Louis at Worldwide Technology Raceway. And then the US Grand Prix, it's the last round of the IndyCar season at Nashville. Anyway, round the final corner, through the chicane. I mean, he's got a bit of a slipstream from the Red Bull, not sure who it is, either Lawson or Verstappen. Of course, Lawson, again, just like last weekend, replaces De Vries, who's at Shanghai for the Shanghai E3. That is Teo Pourchaire's pole position lap for the Seattle Grand Prix. Anyway, let's go through the grid. Oasa didn't set a lap, not too sure why, but the RB driver, who was at the back of the grid for the Japanese Grand Prix, at the back of the grid for the sprint race in Seattle. Sainz in 19th, Drogovic 18th, Joe 17th, Lawson, the man who won last time out in Japan, down in 16th place. Sargent 15th, Vesti 14th, Tsunoda 13th. Brilliant drive from him last weekend, got pole in the tricky conditions. Down 13th this time. Albon 12th, Stroll 11th, Magnussen 10th, Piastri 9th, Hulkenberg 8th, Russell 7th, Gasly 6th, Norris 5th, Leclerc 4th, Verstappen 3rd, Ocon 2nd, and Teo Pourchaire on pole for the sprint race tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock local time, 8 PM UK time. Make sure you're there for that. We will be. Goodbye.